People look at stories through different lenses. I have my own personal take on some of these trending issues. Hi, I'm Mariah Ramharack and welcome to Incase You Missed It. The West Indies women are set to host South Africa women in an 8-match limited over series from August 31st as the Caribbean side continues their preparation for the ICC World Cup qualifiers next December. Meanwhile, the biggest party in sports is about to bowl off on August 26th, and the Windies men continue to battle Pakistan in the second test. Hello and welcome to another edition of In Case You Missed It. This week I'm delighted to be joined by Windies cricketer Karishma Ramharack. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing? How's the Windies women camp in Antigua?
So far so good. Everything has been really well prepped and ready to. It's another series.
Yeah, and can you tell us a bit more about, what's the camp about? What have you all been doing? Have you been, working on your strength, your bowling?
For sure. Right now, the camp is really fitness-based and, of course, skills-wise in terms of what we need to work on particularly. We have recently eased into some cricket, like actual cricket, so net sessions and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
It's been really good and looking forward to the following week.
How pleased are you with your team's performance against Pakistan? You swept the Pakistanis 3-0 in the T20 series before pulling off a 3-2 win in the 5-match ODIs.
I think for me it was a proud moment. The girls really stepped up when we asked them to, and I'm really looking forward to good things coming.
Yeah, walk us through your own bowling performance against the Pakistanis. What was the approach when you were given the opportunity?
For me, I think it really was not an easy start. So I probably had a nervous start, and that's something I'm really looking forward to work on. I guess once I get into the groove, bowling really comfortable and being able to hit my areas a bit more often. So probably just the start that I need to work on. But I guess, really representing West Indies brings out that type of feeling. So you always have that nerve coming in.
Yeah, you spoke about...
Yeah,
and you spoke about that nervous start, right? How were you able, most times, because definitely when you started, we were a bit concerned looking on, and then you were able to get your line and length in check and, of course, deliver as the Windies women would expect of you. How are you able, what are you thinking, and how are you able to bounce back from a shaky start to ensure that, your figures look good at the end of a particular match?
What really worked for me was that I had really the support of all the girls. They knew what I could have done and what I could do. So they really backed me and they told me to just bowl to my strength. That's what happened.
Yeah, it's always good to have your team supporting you. So where your performance was concerned against the Pakistanis, we know what you can do with the ball, but you were also 21 not out. How pleased were you with that batting performance? And what are you working on to improve your numbers with the bat?
For me, all the girls know that I really love the bat. It's something that I've been really taking a vast interest in. I'm really happy that when I got the opportunity, I was able to, at least chip in for the team, and I'm really happy with that. But I think going forward, there are a lot of things I can still work on, and I'm really happy at where I am right now. But I'm just pleased to chip in.
Yeah, a lot more to work on for sure. Do you expect the Windies women to bring that winning momentum from the Pakistan series when we host South Africa? Because on their last tour here 3 years ago, South Africa drew the T20 series 2-2 and then they played a 1-1 draw in the 3-match ODI series.
Yeah, of course. I think the girls are really fired up and they're really looking good in the nets and stuff like that. So it's just to continue from where we left off in Pakistan, and I think that we'll be doing really good and going into a good direction from here.
Definitely. Well, also making the headlines this week, the biggest party in sport, the Caribbean Premier League, they announced their final squads on paper. And I'm putting you on the spot here. Which one looks the strongest?
I think Trinidad and Tobago, well, TKR, I should say, has a really good team on paper. But for me, the team that is really outstanding right now is Barbados and St. Lucia to an extent. But right now, Barbados, I think, has the upper hand in terms of key players on paper.
Yeah, and previously there were exhibition matches for the women in the CPL, and a lot of people enjoyed that. How good would it be for the women to have their own CPL, just women?
I think that's something that we are all hopeful of, and really looking forward to get that in. It will be a dream come true for sure for most of us, and I'm really hopeful that we can get that soon.
Yeah, well, before you go, the Windies men are playing the Pakistan men in Kingston right now. How impressed are you with the men in the first test, and do you think they have what it takes to go on to win the second?
Yeah, for sure. I think, I was at training when the Himar got the first wicket in a couple of overs. I think we were all elated to know that he has done so much for Western cricket and he continues to do that. I'm really impressed with how they have been caring about themselves and getting the job done. So I'm really, hopeful that they will get this game another win.
Definitely, another win for the Windies men. Well, thank you so much, Karishma. It was a pleasure having you on in case you missed it. Best of luck in the South Africa series.
Thank you very much.
All right, so before we wrap up this week's episode, the part I look forward to the most, hearing from you. Lorna, I'm happy you enjoyed last week's episode with Megan Tapper. Definitely rooting for her to achieve more successes. Karen, yes, we are all very proud of Megan's achievement. And Birdie, I agree with you. We are all definitely looking to see what else she achieves. As usual, it has been a pleasure hearing your views, and I look forward to hearing from you again next week. Bye for now.